reading evening. I will read some selections from various classic science fiction novels. Reading is from Babel 17 by Samuel R. Delany, page 39. Above, the opponents flexed and stretched, drifting. A sudden movement from the dragon, and Brass drew back, then launched from the wall. The customs officer grabbed something. The two forms struck, grappled, spun against a wall, and ricocheted. People began to stamp. Arm over arm, leg wrapped around leg, till Brass whirled loose from her and was hurled to the upper wall of the arena. Jack Barron by Norman Spinrad, page 126. All right, Barron, you've made your point. We've been playing your game, and we both know I'm no match for you at it. You hurt me, and you hurt me bad. Maybe you can do more damage to me than I thought possible, but I warn you, you play a ball and get me out of this mess, or I'll really finish you and quick. And don't con me. You know damn well I can do it. Just keep this up, you'll find out just how much muscle $50 billion is. I'll use every penny of it if I have to pound you to a pulp. You'll lose more than your show. I have your tax returns the last 10 years investigated, sue you for libel and by the judge, and that's just off the top of my head. Play ball, remember what you've got to lose and what you've got to gain. This is from the Guinness Book of World Records, the 1989 edition, looking at a picture of Pele, athlete of the century. Pele celebrates one of his 1,285 goals, this one with the New York Cosmos of the NASL. In a seemingly premature poll of 20 international newspapers, the tremendously popular Brazilian soccer star was named Athlete of the Century by the French sports magazine L'Equipe. Jesse Owens was runner-up. Here's a picture of Pele going. This selection is from The New Left, the Anti-Industrial Revolution by Ayn Rand. On page 161, it says, I am right, everybody else is wrong. I know what's good for the human race. If you don't agree with me, you are a scoundrel and a scum, an animal lower, not fit to lick my high-heel pumps. You have to accept every word that I say as total truth, or you would be ostracized from my little clique in New York City. I am basically an honest person and a nice person, but if you call me a bitch, then I will slap you in the face and never speak to you again. Good stuff. This is from The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. This is chapter 5. He pulled his dripping horse to a stand near the colonel. Bullets were whizzing past his ears. Finally, a bullet hit him in the buttock. Johnny peed in his pants, and he ran as fast as he can away from the front line. Help! Help! You got to hold them back. You got to hold them back, he cried. He didn't like the Red Badge of Courage. This selection is from The Doors of Perception by Aldous Huxley, and I'm reading from page 42. Like, wow, like, I didn't think, it's like, well, and the colors just smell great. And you ever, you know what it's like when you're really alert and your attention's on just like everything, and the people, the guy like you're looking at, he's like the priest and the Chinese person, and he just kind of transcends, and he looks, and his eyes don't stay still, and it's just more. Let me just say, it's really wow. This isn't exactly literature, fiction, but it comes out of a book, The Symphony Fantastique by Berlioz. I would like to read to you the second violin part in the first movement. Well, you get the idea. The 1990 official Black Book Price Guide of United States Postage Stamps. Reading from page 26 for an 1883 regular issue postage stamp, 2-cent red brown, for fine unused each $29. The average unused each $18, fine used each 22 cents, and the average used each 15 cents. So what I get from this is if you have this very old 2-cent red brown stamp that you know is at least 100 years old and it's got a postmark on it, it's not worth shit. This comes from one of my favorite authors, Mark Twain, his semi-autobiographical piece, Roughing It. I'm reading from 262. I'm sure you'll be reminded of this awfully quick. It was about that time when me and Jack Williams, we was just coming back from the mining fields, and gosh, wouldn't you know it, when here comes Jemima, the Negro woman, ready to give out a piece to all the men who had found something and got their week's pay. Well, I slipped a gold coin into her coos, and wouldn't you know it, a shovel came flying from an old gumbert and right into my board. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. 46 seconds. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, one, two. Gosh, I'm really bored. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. How wasn't that fun, boys and girls? Hey, you know, whenever I'm away from home, I always be sure to carry this with me. My TDL, my Texas driver's license. And you know what happens if they ever caught me drinking while I was driving? Well, they'd do this. Get away from me and they'd show it up my ass. But, of course, they haven't caught me drinking and driving yet, so I still have this. Don't leave home with that. Not this either. Some intervals here just to see how long videotapes take. So, 1, 2, 4 seconds here. 4 seconds long. That was B. Let's try it again. 4 seconds here.